here putting work. Tie on like a word. Hustle hard like the first.
Welcome to another episode on JAH-ACE TV. Please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Salute, and love. You already know who it is. JAH-ACE from JAH-ACE TV. You know, there's a lot going on in the city. A lot of shootings taking place. A lot of just violence and negative energy. Mayor Adams recently went to Rikers Island. And when he went to Rikers Island, they had a news conference and they were showing him a bunch of weapons that they found or whatever. They confiscated all type of weapons, drugs, cigarettes, and everything that they deem as contraband on Rikers Island. So it's a lot of things going on, but it seems to me like it's a bunch of people that's rushing and doing all type of things to go to Rikers Island. Now, if you want to live like an animal and be mistreated, you know, officers beating you down, setting you up with weapons and things of that nature, then that's where you want to be then. Because at the end of the day, when you think about a lot of the weapons and contraband, don't get it twisted like it's just the prisoners that's making the weapons, and some of that stuff is being brought in by officers. And let's be real, it's happening. You know, some officers are seeing easy way to make money. If somebody's offering you $1,000 for a pack of cigarettes, you're gonna jump on that. You as an officer that's making whatever you're making as an officer as far as your salary goes, a lot of officers is jumping on that opportunity to make quick, fast money. So a lot of that's taking place. So although, yeah, there's weapons in the jails, but let's not shy away from that. Some of the people that work there are bringing some of this contraband in. I never really hear the news really talk about that stuff. And on another note, you know, there's a lot of slashings, cuttings, a lot of stabbings going on. And when you go up in that prison system, you're not guaranteed to come out looking the same. You know, there's a lot of people that go to jail and come home with their face disfigured, with stab wounds and cuts on their face that they can never get rid of unless they got a whole bunch of money and they get plastic surgery. You know, today I'm going to show you some of the things that can happen to any of you individuals who never been to jail, or you only heard about it, or maybe you escaped it. Because most of the people that I know that went to jail, most of them got, you know, cuts on their face. They got stabbed up because inside the prison system, there's a war going on at the end of the day. There's a war going on because sometimes you could have issues in the street that it quite naturally it follows you in the jail system, in the prison system. Or you can get caught up in, you know, different type of beefs and stuff like that in the jail or in the prison. Then there's another side of that where an officer might not like you, and he may give somebody a weapon to cut you or stab you. So there's a lot of things that take place that you might not know about or you heard about, but I'm here to tell you that it's real. Years ago, somebody that I was real close with in prison or whatever, that I would never think or would have thought that the person would have, you know, try to cause harm on me. You know, when my back was turned, he tried to cut my throat or whatever the case may be. So whatever happened was the razor that he had, it was dull and it only scratched my neck or whatever. You know, But it's going to show you that it can happen to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So that quick, I could have lost my life. Juggler could have got cut. I could have bled to death. So anything can happen to anybody, man. You know what I'm saying? And I never really even spoke about that to a lot of people. But, you know, so much done happened in the lives of a lot of people that I know, man, in that system. And, you know, they're dealing with that trauma even right now, man. It's real. So I'm going to get into this, man. I'm going to show you some of the things and some of the damage that can be caused in that prison system once you go in there. Salute. This is the New York City Mayor, Eric Adams, on Rikers Island last week, looking at over what they say and state that there's over 2,000 weapons, drugs, and cigarettes that were confiscated during the facility search throughout the whole Rikers Island. Now, you look at these weapons cause a lot of damage, a lot of cuttings and stabbings, and Rikers Island has a history of a lot of cuttings and stabbings and people being disfigured. Prisoners in the New York City jails like Rikers Island and all the upstate prisons were first known for slashing people in the face with scalpels and gemstar razor blades more than any other prison or jails in the whole entire country. These scalpels and gemstar razors were used to split individuals' faces wide open. So when you see individuals in the street or some people you may know that went to jail or whatever, and you see them with scars on their faces, their heads, their necks, and stuff like that, just know that they got those in prison, and you can be next. Let's take a look at what these weapons can do to a person and how they're affected, not just for the moment, but for life, when their faces are disfigured. Everybody want to be tough, but when you're sitting in that cell, it's a whole different story. I'm giving it to you raw, and I'm showing it to everybody so they can see what's going on and what happens behind those jail bars and them prison walls. I'm not done yet. This is for all youth, young adults, and old fools. You want to keep it up, you go to those places, this is what can happen. You see the difference between prison, jail, and the streets is that in the streets you can go get a gun, you can go get 2-3 guns, you can go get 50, 60 people. But in prison, it's just you. So I'm always telling the young youth and young adults the real shit that could happen. And for all you big brothers and mothers and aunts, uncles, and family members who love their family members, yo, this is subject to happen once you enter that place. It doesn't matter. There's no mercy in there. And you can forget about the COs helping you. Sometimes the COs is who give the prisoners the weapons to cut your loved ones' faces. Watch this. Listen to this former CO. Listen to what he has to say.
Well, now we all know. People all assume that correctional beat inmates for no reason and mistreat them for no reason. That happened. Yeah. A lot. and me being a big guy,
You was fucking some people up just because it was a bad day.
well, and not,
fucking somebody.
well, I'm not gonna sit here and cop out to you, but most of my that is me. Now, as a correction officer, yeah, I'm telling what I did, the corrupt things that led me up to going to prison and stuff like that, in hopes to prevent other officers who are doing or maybe not doing what I did from going down that road. So,
like I always say, tune in to JAH-ACE TV, because if you want that real content, you gotta tap in. And just think about all the families out there that's affected by, the incarceration, the numbers game that's going on, and that game gonna continue. And at the end of the day, you see what's going on. Eric Adams, he about to sweep up the streets again, because it's looking like like when Giuliani was in office, at that point in time, late during the early 90s or whatever, when Giuliani and Pataki came in, they swept up the whole place. Everybody was locked up, and they going back to that. So I'm just giving everybody another warning, because I continue to give out warnings to people that think it can't happen. Because if you look around, left, right, whatever, a lot of families are affected by incarceration right now, especially the youth, and they coming after people, man. So my thing is this: these are the things that could take place to your loved ones inside that system once they walk in those doors. Just a heads up. Like I said, salute to everybody. Subscribe to JAH-ACE TV. Just hit that notification bell, click that like button, share this, and definitely subscribe.